Welcome to At Home with Music as we continue our series from medieval to modern. And today I want to talk about the religious music of the Baroque period. Now you may have heard of Martin Luther, the author of the Reformation. Well, he was also a musician. And so in the 16th century, he collected hundreds of tunes to serve as devotional hymns for his new Protestant church. In the 18th century, German composers created cantatas. That comes from a word that literally means sung. Cantatas were multi-movement works that elaborated on Luther's hymns. The cantatas of Johann Sebastian Bach, there he is, these included both chorales and aria-like solos. You remember the aria from when we were talking about opera. And in a lot of these cantatas that Bach wrote, he also included parts that were written for instruments. And then we also have the oratorio. And that's very much like a cantata, but it's on a bigger scale. These were religious works that were written for the church, but oratorios could also be written on secular topics and performed in concert halls. The most famous oratorio of all time has to be The Messiah by George Frederick Handel. You see, I put his name up there too. And even though The Messiah was performed in concert halls, it dealt with a sacred subject, and that is the life of Jesus. And some people complained at the time that such a religious work was out of place in the concert hall. Now, what I'm going to do is leave links in the description of this video so that you can listen to some of the cantatas of Johann Sebastian Bach and also listen to portions of The Messiah by George Frederick Handel. Now later on, I would like to talk a little bit more about Bach, a little bit more about his life and work, as well as the life and work of George Frederick Handel. These two guys are probably the most famous Baroque composers, although there were several others, and we'll touch upon them as well. But for now, I want you to become aware of these two types of musical works, cantatas and then oratorios. Oratorios are a lot like opera, by the way, except that there's no actual plot, there's no acting involved, but there are aria-like pieces, and it can be on a very grand subject, just like The Messiah, which is about the life of Christ. Anyway, those are the two types of Baroque music that I want you to become familiar with in this particular section. And then next, we're going to go on into instrumental music of the Baroque era and talk about the rise of the violin and also what's a concerto. Well, you're going to find out. Thanks for watching, and I hope that these lessons are informational and fun to listen to. It's such a big subject that we're tackling, the subject of music and all the different periods. And so right now we're in the Baroque period, and we're just going to keep on moving forward. So once again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Suggest these videos to other homeschool families that you might know, and I'll see you in the next one.